Here we are in the railroad headquarters. A number of things have changed about the railroad. Namely, the biggest thing is they've been split in two. The original group, obviously, still living and operating out of Railroad HQ here, and the new groups, the Railroad Heavies, operating the settlements, work independently of each other. Glory is placed in charge of the Railroad Heavies, and they operate out of the Bunker Hill bunker. These guys basically just do... here, we're going to jump in. Alright, inside. So I was about to say, yeah, these guys do just a lot more information gathering.
Desdemona has an op for you.
Thanks, buddy. Than anything these days. And any, like physical action taken in the real world is generally done by me or Deacon or a couple other trusted agents. But for the most part, they're basically just information network for me. Spies. To collect information. A lot of it in favor of the railroad, of course. I pass the information off to the railroad heavies, or sometimes they do themselves. So, as you can see, I've removed a number of pillars. We had to fix up the roof with modern concrete and rebar, but give us some more working space. A couple railroad heavies are generally hanging around on guard duty. And yeah, here's Carrington's little area here.
It's a
little fixed up, got a bit more to work with. Well, you're not supposed to be up there. It's got some beds and IV stations and a variety of things. Slightly more equipped. Got the main living area here. You notice the gray squares up there. I actually accidentally eliminated some ceiling, but then managed to get some foundation blocks up on top outside of the actual build, of course, here to cover it up. I would have reloaded, but I was just doing quick saves at the time, and I accidentally kept saving over. Well, I saved over the one I needed.
When running synths out of the well.
So, someone on a radio writing down some information. Gloria's here visiting.
For every synth that makes it out, there's a round up.
She's normally in the Bunker Hill bunker. Got Clona Deacon here, wearing yet another outfit. We saw him in 3 different outfits at Bunker Hill there. So he's still an active agent, one of the few trusted. And yeah, so a little living situation. We're getting a lot closer now to, well, not this particular spot, but the railroad in general is a lot closer to Far Harbor. So we got some Vim instead of some Nuka-Cola. In here, Pam's situation has been immensely upgraded, and she has added a couple security drones, or turrets of late. She's become less trusting. She's upgraded herself with Institute and, well, I guess, Demas Tech would also be Institute.
Using new data set.
Pam.
Solving for theta n.
And, yeah, since she has started upgrading herself, well, she has a new taste in artwork, and I'm not gonna lie, everyone is slightly worried about her behavior, but it hasn't been anything too crazy yet, so just let it slide.
Analyzing.
Up there, assume you're being watched. Always.
The world's a dangerous place.
Not a lot down here. Sleep area. This is probably Glory's power armor, just a normal set. Some room to store guns, but
I
down
buy
here.
and sell. Just
Got another railroad heavy who's also a trader guarding the back door.
make sure you're never followed here. It's all our asses.
Clean this out, so there's a lot more working computers now.
The L&L gang hit some of our people. Tammy Mack caught a runner and his...
Yeah, I don't really care. Still very small space, there's not a lot going on. Other workbenches, another computer. I've jammed Tom over in the corner here, not taking up quite as much space, but all of his stuff is still here and functioning. Then over here is the area sort of gear up for your missions, and as As you can see, there's a variety of different faction outfits here, much like I saw in my Institute build at K21. The railroad agents use a variety of disguises to get around. Don't obviously dress up as members of the railroad when they're out. And yeah, so they have all the variety of gear they might need to disguise themselves for whatever mission they need. Mainly used by Deacon, but a couple others, and I suppose the Soul Survivor character might theoretically use it as well, but obviously we got enough stuff. Alright, that is the railroad headquarters. I think next we're going to head on over, either, depending on how long this turns out to be, the Bunker Hill Bunker, or we might have time for a couple of railroad safe houses at the other entrances to Vault 88. Back in Bunker Hill, but this time not for the main settlement. We are here for the Railroad Heavy Bunker, located underneath. Alright, the Railroad Heavy Bunker under Bunker Hill. As you can see, there's some guards on duty. To get more into what I was saying in the headquarters there, this group is now split away from that main group that they introduced in the game, and they're headed up by Glory, who we saw in the base still, but was just there visiting. I have placed a clone of her here. So anyone down here, a lot of them aren't wearing railroad armor, but they are all railroad agents, or maybe they're synths that are being taken somewhere by the railroad. The railroad are considerably better armed and organized these days, and that is heavily due to the fact that once Dance left the Ride Rocket Militia, he helped organize the railroad heavies, because he realized that they were pretty hopeless on their own, so you know they needed a strong military mind to train and organize their initial group, and Glory picked up on it all pretty well and became their new commander. Although each settlement sort of runs itself, not unlike the Brotherhood now. So we got some workshop areas, we got some people in from Far Harbor, some general residents, but they're all just off-duty railroad folk. Not wearing their armor right now. Workshop area.
Best scrap in the Commonwealth.
Well, we got someone selling some gear. Just in case, we got some turrets on fired up here. Can certainly guard the entrance. As one of the random synths that they picked up.
Excuse me.
I buy and sell. Just put up everything you
A little
got.
bar area. As you can see, they're growing crops basically everywhere. And I think, yeah, there's a water pump up there. There's Glory, leader of the railroad that matters, the railroad heavies.
The machine just say degenerate?
Obviously, got some gambling set up.
Yes.
It's really just a, it's a place both to gear up and run missions, but really for railroad heavies to come and relax. And it is heavily guarded. So we got a little armory area here. Lots of sets of power armor. As you can see, they've really adopted the T-51 armor, which came about due to the fact that they have, as you can see, some ties to Far Harbor, and as we know, there's a lot of T-51 in Far Harbor. Alright. Most of the railroad heavies use Gauss rifles. You'll still see the railroad members out there, obviously, with railroad rifles. But due to the Far Harbor influence, some railroad heavies choose to use the harpoon gun instead, which is kind of like a giant railroad tie, isn't it? And we got a little exercise area up here. Another one of the freed synths. Oh,
From what I hear, that
need me
road
to spot
south
you?
of
No,
Rotunda was
no,
really
you're not
nice.
saying that.
Glad it's back
A little guard area. Oh, some more weapons. I really like the design of the railroad rifle. Or railway rifle. Of course, that one's different, yeah. I'm always mixing those two up. Alright, and right down to the bottom to end off the bunker, we've got a little sleep and living area. Some more weapons just in case of attack, but also this is where the dock is set up. And her pet rabbit.
Hey, Scava. Let's trade.
And I've restored the elevator now. So it will take you back up to the main entrance. And you can get out a lot quicker once you've worked your way down.
Yes.
I like glitches like that. I have that in Vault 88 as well. Alright, that is the Railroad Heavy Bunker. Depending on how much time we have, we'll either check out some safe houses, or that'll be the end of the video. Okay, this is inside the University Point Pharmacy. It's a little railroad safe house, although not a secret one by any means. I've left the door open just because I don't have a lot of time, I think, to tack it onto the bunker and the headquarters there. But yeah, they inhabit the other entrances to Vault 88, and that's just sort of to throw people off, because people know that the Minutemen are operating a vault in the area and are looking for Minutemen installations. But anyway, so the railroad have taken over this entrance. I'll jump over to the other one. Okay, here we are at the Milton Hospital, or General Hospital entrance. As you can see, just like in the first one, the entry room is just a kill box, because this is the spawn area for Vault 88. These doors are usually shut, but I've left them open for the video here. So just a little area to relax. There's lots of seating. A couple guards protecting the entrance to Vault 88. Got a merchant. There was another. There was one in the other one too. Oh no, wait. Never mind. It's just another guard. The merchants wandered out of the area and back to the main Vault 88, so I had to get rid of them. And then yeah, just a little workshop area. So it essentially just works as a little mini base for me if I need it. Alright, that is that. Now we're going to jump on to an actual railroad settlement, Taffington Boathouse.